Just a quick note, by the way, all the punches and kicks thrown in this video and in the following videos in the martial arts series are a little slower than what I would normally throw, and also a little bit more exaggerated range of motion, just to show you guys kind of, well, you know, if I was to do it a lot quicker and sort of take shortcuts and stuff, you guys wouldn't learn. So they're a little bit slower and a little bit more exaggerated than they normally would be, just for learning purposes. But also, guys, I'm not built for speed, so no point in the comments that you slow motherfucker should be throw it a lot quicker. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoy the video. See you soon.
Alright, again, guys, so to start off with, we're just going to start with a nice easy jab. The important part of a jab is, first of all, it's a range finder. It tells you when the opponent is in range of a much bigger blow, like the right cross or potentially a hook or a kick. But you can see here, I'm mixing it up for you, so you can see how the footwork's important when you're doing fast jabs and moving around. You can see how my legs are moving. Unfortunately, I can't pan the camera so much to show you all the footwork, just the legs really. But the important thing about a jab is that you get your body weight behind it. So far I've been doing some very light jabs just to show you how weak a jab is when you just use as a rangefinder. But you'll see in contrast soon, we put my body weight behind it. This is how I throw a jab when I throw a jab, I bang. You see what I mean? I put my body weight behind it. You can see how much power. I mean, that's a very heavy bag that I'm hitting. Most people can't move it when they hit it as hard as they can. Now I'm doing the movement a little slower to show you that it's really from a rock of the body bang. You see that rock? And it's the leg work. Just watch the feet or the legs, and watch the rotation of the body around the hip to see where the body, where the power is coming from. At the moment now, what I'm doing is just a double jab. So I'm hitting with a very light jab, followed up with a heavy jab. That first blow actually hits. You can see the comparison of the power when you get your body weight behind it and when you don't. Bang. See just how light that first one is. That's really just a tap. See if they're in range of putting the effort in of throwing that heavier blow. Coming up now, you'll see the cross. Now, what you got to remember is none of these punches are thrown in isolation. You'll see at the end of the video all these punches and kicks and that coming together. But the cross, the important thing is it's a straight line. Whenever you throw a cross, in contrast to the jab, the power comes from the hip, whereas the cross comes from the left side. Again, it comes from the body weight, but you'll notice when the cross hits heavy, it's because I've almost thrown a jab before it. I've feinted, I've twisted the body left ways to then build up the power for the right hand side to come through. You can see how much that bag's being thrown around. It's coming bang. You see how I throw that fake jab? It's to get the power of the right cross up. It's the twist of the body yet again where the power comes and the speed comes from the punch. It's not the arm. That's the most important thing. When you throw a punch, the power comes not, and the speed comes not from the arm, it comes from the body, from the hips primarily. Now that's a step over right cross. I've never thrown these in a real fight, but it is a knockout punch. It's where you step through with your right arm, and that you've literally got all the body weight, all of it, not just the hips, all the body weight going through it, and it is a knockout punch, although very slow and easy to predict and get out of the way of. Here now we just see, again, it's jabs and crosses, kind of putting a little bit together, but a little bit more pace now. I have slowed these punches down for you guys a little bit. I mean, I'm not much quicker when I throw, but I'm quicker at returning the arms back to my head. However, if I speed up the recovery like I am now, or even more so like I would in a real fight, you don't see just how extended the arms go. You can't see that the punches are literally punching through the bag, almost bending them in two, and that's when the bag gets thrown around like it does. It's when you really get your body weight behind it, when you bend the bag in two. But this is just me spinning things up just a little bit for you guys, just so you can see that it's not a push. A lot of people, when they see me doing these, when I slow it down for them, they say, oh, you're just pushing the bag. No, I'm not. I'm hitting it, and I'm hitting it that hard. My arm's going through the bag, and it looks like a push, especially when I'm slowing it down. But when I speed it up a little bit, you can see, actually, no, it is. It's just sheer impact that's making that bag go around. Right, I can't remember what's coming up next. We'll just have to wait and see. I think, oh, it's dirty boxing. So this is dirty boxing technique. So imagine that's a guy, and what you're doing is you're getting your right arm on the inner aspect of their elbow, and the left arm's going behind the back of their other arm. And what you do is you twist, you pull them downwards to your right, and then suddenly let out when you let go of them, when you push them away with a right hand, it's a little hard to talk. It's best just to watch, but this is dirty boxing. This can knock people out. It doesn't look like much, but trust me, that right hook goes in so powerful, you're guaranteed a knockout. There's a Jack Dempsey technique. The best way to learn that is to read his book. There's a book by Jack Dempsey, and he describes it perfectly. Now, what I'm going to show you is the teep, or the front kick. This is a staple move within Muay Thai, the martial art of Muay Thai. Again, it's a defensive kick, and you can see just how quick and easy it is to throw. And trust me, you get hit by one of them in the belly, or even worse, the leg, potentially, it's a game ender. But it's not, because you're used to taking them. But nonetheless, against a normal person who's unconditioned, it's a game ender, and they're very hard to defend against. There are defenses against the front kick, and if you're seasoned, you'll be able to employ them, but because it is such a quick movement, it's hard to defend against. Now, this one, what I'm showing you, is a teep, or a front kick off the back leg. This is Sparta kind of kick, and you can see how much power there is from that. And that power comes from a small step forwards off the left leg, or your lead leg, but a major sort of twist in the hips, as you can see. Now, that wasn't actually, this is Sparta kick, that wasn't a front kick, that's a stamp. See where the foot goes, it actually goes in sideways, and that goes and is directed against the knee of the opponent. It's there to break the leg. It's not there to push them away, it's there to disable them by breaking their leg. And enough talk on that. I don't really want to teach that move, because that's quite a nasty and dirty move, but perfectly legit in the ring if you're a Muay Thai fighter. Now what I'm going to show you is a right roundhouse kick, and this is again another staple kick employed within Muay Thai. The way to do it is, as you can see now, I'm trying to simplify the movement and show you as it builds up. I haven't got a sparring partner, so I can't talk through as I'm doing it, so I've just got to do it on the bag. But that's how you do it. Essentially, you're almost throwing a knee, you're extending the right arm if you're throwing the right kick, and a defensive mechanism, but also almost faking like a punch. And most of the power comes from the left leg. You step forward the left leg, you twist on it, and then you throw the right leg in. I will be showing this video with full sound along with the end part of the video, just to show you how much this thuds. When this thing thuds in, when I kick this bag at full power, it actually cuts the sound out on my camera. So I want to show you that. If you're interested in seeing it, please watch that video. You'll see a high kick soon. So right hand roundhouses typically go towards the knee, but there you go, they can also be thrown to the head. I'm 6'3", guys, so that kick would have hit a 6'3" guy in the head. So you can see just how deadly they potentially can be. Now this is knees, okay, so you notice this in my hands. Unfortunately, normally knees come from primarily the control of the opponent's head, which you can't do on a bag, but I try to mimic it a little bit with my hands, or show what I would normally do with my hands. But you can see just how powerful those knees can be. I mean, I just kicked it then just to try and control the bag, but you can see just how much that bag's going around. Typical with the knee, you would aim for the opponent's ribs, you would control their head, you would open up their guard by pulling their head back and dragging up their arms, because the arms will simply follow the head, and then you would throw that knee straight into their ribs. My left knee, by the way, guys, is nowhere near as powerful as my right knee. It never has been. I'm not as good at hitting with my left. Now these are rotation knee, they're a different kind of knee. You don't throw these often, but you can use them, as you can see, again, just to try and crack the ribs, hit them from a slightly different angle. They have their place, but they're not used as much. Soon you'll also see another variation of the knee, which is the front knee. It's great actually for putting distance, and it's very useful within the Muay Thai clinch, not to hurt the opponent, but to drag their head down. As you can see, bang there. If you've got their head and you hit them in the belly like that, it drags their head down, which then means you can elbow them in the back of the head and throw a knee straight into their face. But again, these are quite advanced techniques. I just wanted to show the variation of knees that typically exists in Muay Thai. Now I will be showing this part of the video again, like the kicking video, with full sound, because then you can hear the full thud of the hits as they go in. They cut the camera out, but this is me fighting at full pace ultimately. It's not a full round by any means, and this is not me fighting completely naturally, because I'm trying to show you a variation of techniques. I'm trying to hit them with every type of kick, I'm trying to hit them with knees, I'm trying to hit them with all the types of punches, a little bit of an elbow there, as you just saw. That was more of a defensive elbow, just to try and control the bag. I'm trying to throw in dirty boxing, I'm trying to show variation of techniques. However, often, normally, there was a couple of bits here where I felt unnatural, because I'm trying to show you everything that I can do, if you know what I mean, instead of showing you what needs to be done. But thank you for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you soon. Check out the ones with full sound for those who are interested. Thank you. Goodbye.